All right, what's up, boys? Jinx here. Marvel's Rivals finally came out. So this game was beta tested by quite a few content creators / streamers over the summer. There was a lot of good opinions about it. You know, I heard a lot of good things. So after that, I was sort of excited to play. I kind of forgot about the game until I was watching a Moist Critical video, and then he mentioned that it was coming out. So after that, I preloaded the game and got ready to play it. So that was last night. Wait, that was yesterday. So I put in about 6 hours into the game since then. The game was developed by NetEase Games, which is a Chinese dev. There's the same studio who made Once Human. I don't really have that much info on the dev itself. I'm going to do a little bit more research when I do a more like formal review, but I just wanted to get a little bit of information on the devs just to get an idea of like what's their credentials, where did this game come from, and like all that. So not too much info, but it does look like it could be a good dev team. And with the product that they delivered on launch, this is a great dev team. So I'm going to go into some initial impressions that I had. I just kind of wrote some stuff down after I was done playing the game when I was sort of just winding down and watching a few streams. So the gameplay is incredible. I think the gameplay is really good. The game came out with 8 maps, 3 modes, and 33 characters. All the characters feel pretty good to play. The only one that felt sort of weird to play, to me at least, was Storm. Apart from that, I haven't had a chance to try every single character in the roster, but every one that I've tried so far has been very good and has felt like very usable and very good. I don't think the game is balanced, but I think that's fine, right? You release a game with 33 characters. I think there were some new characters that weren't in the beta. I think they made some tweaks to characters that felt bad in the beta, according to what the content creators were telling them. Obviously, it copies the Overwatch formula, but in my opinion, it does it better. So I didn't play a ton of Overwatch 1 or Overwatch 2. To me, those games were not, like, they were good, but for some reason, the art style never really worked for me. The characters were, like, not super interesting to me. I think there was a few that could have been pretty interesting. There's just something about Blizzard games that never really do it that much for me, right? And Overwatch was sort of no exception. Now, something that I will say, the game could use some optimization, at least on PC. It wasn't horrible. I just felt like it could run a little bit better. I feel like it was pretty hard for me to hit like 240 frames, when nowadays in most games, especially games like this, I can hit between like 250, 320, stuff like that. Like, I have a pretty built rig, and granted, I was recording for some of it, but even if I'm not recording, I might hit like 240 pretty steady, but I'm never really going past that. So I do think there's still room for improvement on optimization for PC performance. I think that would be very good. Overall, the art style is very good. I really enjoy the art style. I think it's definitely the best art style that I've seen for one of these types of games. I think this type of game, you would have like Paladins, you would have Overwatch, and then now you would have Marvel Rivals, right? Paladins never really competed that much with Overwatch. As far as I can tell, is always a smaller game. I think it's still doing like relatively okay now, but I don't think it was ever going to touch Overwatch. I think this game can. Now, is it the Overwatch killer? I think it's very dependent on how the devs take care of this game. I think the only way that they can ever really compete with Overwatch is if they keep doing what they've been doing, which is basically take the feedback that players give to Overwatch and apply it to their game to make it better. That's the only way. And if they keep doing that for like a few years, they're in the conversation. Character design is really good. I think all the characters look great. They're all very aesthetically pleasing. All the character models look very good. And I think that's super important. If you're going to do like a hero shooter like this, you need to have really good looking characters, and especially working with like such a wide pool of characters to choose from, like being Marvel. Yeah, the characters have to look good, and they did a really good job here. I'm going to go over some of the voice actors also. The voice acting is very good. So far, I haven't played all the characters, but from what I've heard, there isn't any that I'm like, no, that one doesn't work. I haven't really felt that. Maybe Spider-Man is the only one where I could say, I'm not feeling it all that much, but I still haven't played him yet. So I'm just going off of what I've heard from other people playing it in my games. Also, just a side note, so the voice actor for Wolverine and Venom is Steve Blum, who is the same voice actor who does Brimstone. So I have like 3K hours in Valorant, so that was kind of cool to realize that. And I had a bit of a freak out moment when I was like, wait, is that the Brimstone guy? It is. Holy shit. I think something that is really cool also is that the game released like completely playable. There's tons of maps. There's, I don't know how many modes are in Overwatch, but I would assume like a comparable amount, probably on the same level. There's tons of heroes, right? I didn't even get a chance to play all of them last night, and I was playing quite a few games. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the time to kill. I think it feels pretty, like overall pretty fast, but I'm so okay with that. I kind of hate that Overwatch 2, at least, it feels next to impossible to like ever kill tanks, right? It feels like you have to have your 4 players or 5 players really just focusing that one tank. And in this game, it doesn't feel like that. It really does feel like if you're playing tank and you miss position, you are going to get punished. And I think that's good. I think that's really good. So far, the game features cosmetic only microtransactions. This is really important. If they keep doing this, this is great. I hope that they don't ever like charge for characters or whatever. I hope they don't do that. Will they do it? I'm not sure, but I don't think they should do that. Maps feel good. Definitely need more time to like get more of a feel for them. I'm pretty sure I've played all of the maps, but I'm not 100% sure. But all the maps that I have played, in case that I haven't played them all, feel really good. And there's nothing like, they look good. They're aesthetically pleasing. The points seem to make sense, at least for me. Anyways, I'm not the most, I haven't played this type of game the most, right? I've been mostly in like the TAC FPS genre for the last like 4 years. So, but from what I've played, it felt really good. Something to note is connection for me was a bit all over the place. I had some games at like 20 ping, and then I had a few games around 50, 60, 70, 80. So I'm not sure what that's about. I did find out when I was closing out the game last night that I can choose a server, and the best server that I could choose was like 20 or 21 ping. So I'm going to try and do some testing on that, see if it only gives me 20 ping games or if it's going to still give me other games. But I think part of why I was getting these high ping games is it really tries to get you in a game as fast as possible, and I'm not sure that it's paying too much attention to ping. So if there's any devs watching this, I would just look at this. I would just make sure that you're giving people the best connection. Like, I'm hearing people talk about hit registration already not being amazing in the game, and I'm not really going to comment on it yet. I don't think 6.5 hours is enough to really say yet. To me, it did feel a bit weird at times, but there are also abilities that you have to lead, right? And since I don't have that much time in the game, it's like I don't know exactly which characters I really need to lead or which characters don't even have range on that specific ability to like hit a hero. So I need way more testing to get to a conclusion on that one. So for now, we're gonna leave hit detection as I don't know. Could be bad, could be good. I'm really not sure. We're gonna find out as we play the game more and more. Something I didn't mention. So Overwatch 2 is 5v5 and this is 6v6, which feels very good. There is only quick play. There's no like role queue. I'm pretty sure in ranked there's no role queue. I don't think I have ranked unlocked yet. I think I'm maybe 1 level off, but I'm gonna hold off on ranked a little bit just because I want to get to like know the hero, know the heroes, know the game, all that sort of stuff before I even try and delve into ranked. Because I think a lot of people that are going to be in ranked will have played the beta, so they're just going to have a huge advantage on you if you just queue up ranked. There's also character combos pretty much. The one that I've seen so far is Hulk can like pick up Wolverine and then like throw him. So that's pretty cool. I know there's other ones. I honestly haven't had time to like test it. When I play with friends, I'm gonna try and see if they're down to just like pick some character combos. Oh yeah, there's Groot and Rocket. So if you're playing Groot, Rocket can like go on your back and then like shoot all his abilities from your back. So that's pretty cool. You're basically like piggybacking Rocket, which is really cute. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I don't think the characters are fully balanced, but I think that's fine. I'm gonna be honest, for right now, I would prefer for them to balance the game for casual and not necessarily for ranked. I think if you give the game 6 months, I would be maybe more open to balancing for ranked, super heavy, like the top percentile of players. But for now, I really want them to focus on the casual player base, because I think that's the player base that they need to grow the most. Because your like ranked audience, I don't think is going to be massive. I think that Overwatch might beat this Marvel Rivals for ranked for the next year. That would be my guess. I could be totally wrong, but that's my guess. Game is cross-platform. I haven't had a chance to test it out, but that's really good because I'm gonna be able to play with like my girlfriend, and I've like texted a few friends just to download it, and I'm gonna try and play with them and see what they feel about the game also. But that's really cool. That's I think that's good. I think that's also necessary for this sort of game, right? I think we all heard about XDefiant shutting down, and they had cross-platform, but one of the big mistakes that they made was not putting the game on Steam. And Steam is just the biggest platform for PC. So if you don't release your game on Steam, then you're like messing up like heavy. Like you're actually messing up super heavy. So I think them releasing the game cross-platform and on Steam makes it as the most likely to get the most players and the most eyes on the product, which is very important. So all in all, I'm very optimistic about this game's future, right? The game just came out. This is obviously just initial impressions. This is very like, I guess, running off of my emotions that I felt last night. I think of any hero shooter that I've ever played, even Overwatch, this beats it by a mile. I don't think it's close. I don't think I'm biased. I didn't particularly enjoy Overwatch 1 or Overwatch 2. I don't think they were bad games necessarily, but something about them never clicked for me, and it seems to have clicked a lot more in this case. So I'm excited for the future of this game. I think it can go places, right? With the right development cycle and all that sort of stuff. I think this game can absolutely go places, and I'm very excited for the future. I'm going to keep covering the game, right? I'm going to try and keep you guys updated on what's going on. Even bring you news if there's any news that come out in the next few days, right? Some balance changes or whatever. I think this game is very good, and to be honest, I would be really happy to just get more eyes on it because I do think that it deserves it, right? I think that of any hero shooter that I've tried, this is the one that I've enjoyed the most. This is the one that's felt like the most polished on release. Overwatch 1 came out like a really long time ago, so it's a little bit maybe hard to compare it just because it has been so long that I've played it. So I probably don't remember everything. But honestly, if I'm just going back to what I felt then and then what I feel now, I think I just like feel way better about Marvel's Rivals than I did Overwatch pretty much at any point. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be the video. I hope you enjoyed. I think one of the gameplays in the background was a game where I was trying out the Squirrel Girl and I got 34 kills and 1 death. So I had a note like SBMM question mark. I don't think there is any, at least for quick play, at least for now. I don't think there is. I was playing solo last night. I was winning games. I was losing games. It felt pretty like, it felt random, right? It felt like it should. And having played COD for the last like month and a half, it didn't feel like the matchmaking that I have in COD. So I think we're chilling here. I think everything is good. I think they're going to keep quick play open that you play anybody. But I do think that they should explore skill-based matchmaking for really low skill players. I do think they should explore that. I think that if you put, you know, someone like me who has thousands of hours on a mouse and keyboard against someone who's like picking up a controller, like an example would be like my girlfriend. We're gonna play this game together either tonight or tomorrow. She doesn't really play games that much, right? So if you put her in a game against me, she's gonna get destroyed. Like she has no chance, right? So that's where I would explore skill-based matchmaking. But when it comes to like the better half of the player base, I wouldn't really put like skill-based matchmaking. I don't think it's super necessary, but I would explore it just for the bottom half, just because I don't want players to like feel like this game is unplayable or not learnable if they're just getting like destroyed by really good players right off the bat. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support lately. It's been amazing. So yeah, I really do appreciate it. We're getting really close to 250. So if we can get there, that would be awesome. I'm going to keep covering this game. I'm going to bring you a bunch of content on it. I have a bunch of stuff planned. I'm going to be going over some articles later on. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow. And yeah, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.